It's more Teddy. So, there has been an update to the game. Literally yesterday. Cool, we still got our guys here. Happy to see that. Sometimes when they update the game, it changes something in like the visitors. And so like sometimes they'll go away. Sometimes you'll end up with different visitors than when you last looked. You know, stuff like that. So I was like double checking to see if there was any possibility that my visitors might have changed. I should talk to them first, I think. Okay. Sorry, got notifications pinging that I needed to double check. I think I mentioned it before, but I actually like picked up a couple of like hopefully more long-term friends here. But they're around, you know, at like the same time that I usually am doing my recordings. And so it's like, hey, they're around and they're talking to me, but I'm also trying to record because I've freaking got the movie going on and, you know. But yeah, so the game did get an update, supposedly. It said there was an update, but it didn't let me download it. There is the possibility that it auto-downloaded it already, but I haven't had that be the case ever. So I don't know if we're playing the updated version or not. But there was an update yesterday, as of the time that I'm recording this anyway, you know. So yeah, sorry if I, you know, have to pause a few times here and there as you know, as I go. But such is the joy of the fact that we're doing all the freaking moving and all the recording, so I have to do all the recording instead of the streaming, you know. It's fun. Oh hey, there's a Royal Peach spot over here. I didn't even know. A single Royal Peach tree. Bye, Titan. There he goes off into the distance. Meanwhile, this freaking guy is way the heck out here. By the barnacled beard of the Tide Father, did you swim all the way here? I haven't seen petting like that since a jellyfish fell in love with a rowboat. It's good to see you again, little shopkeeper. Some memories are heavier than others. Today I carry one from the Sable Deep. It is a trench darker than forgotten things, where even the light turns back. Once dove too far there, the water was thick with sorrow, and the creatures had long since stopped hoping. A city sank there once, and the bells still ring beneath the pressure. It is a grave, not of bones, but of dreams. Thank you for giving me a shore to return to. And Grace Prophet. And now he go away. Meanwhile, freaking Patch over here, he's not gonna go away. Why not? There's Audibondium on a rock over there. That's new. Huh? These are new. Bortle. Bortle and the Wartles. Bortle and the Wartles. Those are new. In fact, I'm pretty sure we went right by here in the last episode, and I didn't see them. So maybe that's something new in the update. But I don't know. There's supposed to be a new slime. I haven't seen him yet. So I'm curious to see where this new slime guy is, assuming, you know, that I do in fact have an updated copy of the game. Because I have had that before where it's like, where it'll be like, there's an update out on like the changelog, but then Steam won't like give it to me. I think that's just a Steam thing. I don't think that has anything to do with the creator. I think that's literally just Steam being Steam. You know, one of the biggest freaking things in the world, and it can't handle something like pushing out updates when it's supposed to. Super good, yeah? Honestly, if I could never use Steam again, it would be too soon. Like, it's such a garbage freaking program. But they don't have any competition, so they don't have to bother. You know? It's like, what? What are you gonna do? Go freaking use GOG Galaxy or something? You know? It's like, I could, but freaking, you're alright, that doesn't work, you know, quite as well. Spool type upgraded. Light now craftable. Use case weaving moonbeams. Thread tension theoretical. Warning, aesthetically overwhelming. All crafting output times 2. Okay. So it was just all, so they were both increased profits, which is cool. That's a lot of profit. Because that's 225s. But I don't know, like, do 225s come together to make 50? Or is it 25% and then another 25% afterwards, which would then be more than 50? Because you're applying a 25% to something that you've already, like, increased, you know? Air Wisp, Earth Wisp, Hopper. There they all are, though. There is supposed to be a plant. Some kind of like a new plant Potted rose bloom. There it is. Okay, yeah. So I do have the updated. Because this was added. Like this right here, this was just added. Cool. Red for red. Now they've got one. I might as well grab one of each, you know? It does start at number 23, which is interesting. Ah, that was the right green. Might be a slight bug that it, you know, starts at number 23. Just because, like, it also, like, it starts at number 23, but then it says, like, that it's starting at 0, you know? That's close enough. I just like the idea of them matching up with the cauldrons, you know? Because why not, you know? They've got red, green, cyan, and purple. Very cool, very cool. Well, see, now here's the thing. Now we have Wardle scales. Like, you know, right now I've got Cerulean scales, I've got Radiant scales, I've got Brilliant scales, and then I've got Mocha scales. But now we have Wardle scales. So if I'm going to have 5 types of scales, I feel like I need there to be a place for 5 types of scales. But I'm not entirely sure how to handle that. Because I don't think there is any kind of shelving that only holds like 5 or 6. You know, the small shelf holds 2, the small double shelf holds 4. The corner and edge shelves hold, I think this is 2, and this is, you know. But then, like, this is 8, and this is 8, and I don't know what this one does. But then, like, this one is what I've got currently that has 4. Like, where do I store? You know? That's my issue. If I had a place that I could store, well, like 2, you know? Like, if there was something where I could do like 6, I'd be okay with that. But something like that is going to require either a small shelf, a small double, and a regular small. Or it has to be like the toys here where I just have a blank shelf. Like this, you know, I have 5 here. And so then it's like I have 2 here and then 1 there that are just empty. And I don't like the look of this. I really don't. But I don't know what else to do about it. I think, honestly, one problem is simply that I just need to get this area. Because once I get this area unlocked, I have more space. I mean, yes, I have this entire area here I could use for something. I'm just saying. I mean, what if I just made like a weapon area? You know? What if instead of lining everything up like along the walls, I was just like... I just did this. Got so many like swords though. Like, I feel like this would work if I had that other area. Like, this works. I just need more space. You know? Like, I guess I could do... like, over there... Like if I pull this over like 4, you know, like on, you know, 4 in the grid or whatever. I rotate this one around. I'll line it up there. And then we put this one over here. And that there. There. And like this is just daggers, right? So like those I could do like this. And then that kinda that kinda works. And then if I bring this over here, right? I'm hatching a plan here. Yep. It's the crate. But we already knew that from the last episode. I suppose maybe that hasn't been, like, reported that that's like an issue. Oh my gosh. My freaking tinnitus is killing my ears. Wardle scale. So brilliant, mocha, radiant, cerulean, wardle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $290's not bad. And I don't have anything else that like feels like alchemy ingredients, do I? Not that it's like purchasable. No, not really. But we could reason, just as we have before, that those count as alchemy. So then that, you know, now I have alchemy ingredients over there. Which leaves me with the extra gem here. And then some cheeses. I guess that's okay. But see, now I have like too much space. Oh my god, the scroll wheel on my mouse, I think, is legitimately broken. I think this will definitely work better once I get that spot opened up. That spot, I mean. Because then I'll be able to put these, you know, down in a slightly better manner. So what I could do is spread things out a little bit more since I have the space. Because like right now, you know, everything is right up against each other. what I could do is open up the space a little bit. Like, instead of them being right up against each other, I could, like, have them slightly apart. Like that. I do think this, the actual, like, shelving, I do think that looks good. Being, you know, like, right up against each other. But I think if I do the weapon displays just, like, a little apart from each other, I think that'll look a little bit better for the weapons. We line that up. Then we line that up. Nope. And then, like, now that we have them being a little bit apart, right, I can be like, alright, so now we have our axes a little bit further apart. And then we can have our bows a little further apart. And then we can have the quivers be a little further apart. And then those are now all a little bit further apart from each other. And so it doesn't look as cramped. Cool. But again, having the shells right up against each other, I think, makes it look better. Like, it makes the shelves look good. It's just not so much the rest, you know. Like, having the weapon racks a little further apart looks nice. So, I still wish I had something to put here, though. But that would require... Well, I could put regular cheese. The Wheel of Brawn cheese. And then if I did that, I would just need to get one more cheese barrow. Hi! You're... Apparently you have spawned right here is where you are. I see. So, that's the the new slime dude, I guess. That seems to be the new slime guy. Also, something, these are not lined up anymore. I'm not entirely sure why. Weird. Well, that's kind of a problem that he's right there. 'Cause, my structure is here. It's fine. It'll be fine. I think if I just move the building like that far back, maybe it should be fine. But, yeah, that seems to be our new slime friend. That the game, that was listed on the change log. Wow, that didn't, like, actually, line up. Which surprises me. I thought I was putting them... I thought I was putting it, like, exactly the distance away, you know? But clearly that was not the case. Okay, let's reset it to 10. Oh my gosh. The problem is that I can't freaking see this corner. Got it. Nailed it. First try. Never had any issues. Not a one. Definitely not. Not a single issue was had today. See, now the problem is that this... I knew this was not in alignment. So I knew I was going to have to fix that. But I couldn't line it up correctly. From like that position, you know? But I guess we did find our dude. I'm trying to pick up the... Trying to pick up the wand. But it's not letting me pick up the wand. Oh, that's the... Huh. That's not my wand. Interesting. Also, did one of these get left behind? Yes. Interesting. Interesting. Shopkeeper, construction across the land of Ursa has caused a few problems. Some furniture may have slipped into the ground or gotten stuck inside walls. Don't worry, I'll give you something to help. For limited time, I'm providing an ultimate wand of boxing. When using any furniture, the magical projectile hits and safely boxed up, even if it's hidden under the world. And this version is special. Boxed furniture will go straight into your storage automatically. No alternate action needed. I hope this helps any shopkeepers dealing with lost furniture. Ursa is still changing and growing every day. Stay safe out there and enjoy what's coming next. I see. Box in store, just store. I see. So this version of the wand is being held by him. Like it's not upgrading my wand. Not yet, anyway. I assume that will come. Yeah, I said come. So, yeah, that just kind of came out of nowhere. Again, I don't know, man. Like, my brain was just like, say this! Okay. But, so now I've got him moved. Did I glow harvest? I think I did, but I'm gonna do it again just to make sure that I did. Just because I don't remember. Yep, I must have because I didn't just like collect a bunch of stuff, so. Okay, sorry. I had a weird notification. I was like, what the frick is that? It was somebody replying to me on something that, and I didn't recognize the username because they were just somebody, you know? Like, I was responding to a thing, and, like, I got a notification that somebody then, like, replied, but, like, they weren't somebody I knew. So I was like, huh? Who's that? This tree, though. I mean, I'm sure it's because this ground is a little, you know, off. And that's why, but it's just funny. That tree, though. I think some of this is like new objects that have been like placed down. Like this is terrain, right? But then, like, this is an object that's been placed there. You know? Have, like, how the terrain goes up, but then there's this, like, big rock up here. Like, this is a separate... Like, this isn't part of the terrain piece. This is a completely separate object. You know? That probably makes no sense if you know nothing about coding. Hmm. Alright then. Sure. I wonder about those trees. I have questions about those trees. Something about something about that don't seem quite right, but I don't know enough to be sure. Look at how big this guy is, though. Like, what the frick? Also, there's just a giant piece of land over here now. Like, this was not here before. But we still have the classic. The trees and the water. Sometimes I wonder if the dev is just like putting stuff into the world for the heck of it. You know, just to like troll us and be like, this is totally, like, there's totally gonna be stuff here at the end of the game. You know? Like, there's just all of these trees. And it's like, why are there just random trees in the water? I really can't wait until this game is, like, completed, because I'm very curious what the finished product will look like. Because I'm gonna bet that it's not gonna look anything like what it currently does. I'm gonna bet that when the game is, like, legitimately complete, and, you know, it's no longer early access, we're gonna look back at, like, this and be like, wait, the world used to look like that? Because it'll be so different by the time it's done, you know? I guess I could sell, like, some Wimbletuff. As though it were, like, an ingredient for, like, you know, alchemy. That said, with the advent of Full Metal Alchemist, like, you can't talk about alchemy like potion brewing type alchemy, you know? And have people, like, realize that you're talking about, you know, the potion brewing type thing. Because a lot of people nowadays know alchemy as the Full Metal Alchemist type. Not, you know, just the potion brewing type. That, you know, it started as. That the original alchemy is, you know. that said, I do wonder if the same holds true for, like, vampires nowadays. Like, that concerns me. Maybe I am an old woman yelling at clouds over that, but freaking Twilight has ruined vampires. And it really sucks. Freaking 50 Shades of Grey fan fiction that got turned into a novel. Let me sing to you in voice not of song but of memory. Leora, the girl of starlight voice, and Talon, her sworn shield, climbed the sacred peaks of Silrune. The goddess Althara had vanished, stolen by the betrayer, Velar the Shadow Tongue. Through trials and faith they rose, not with rage, but love. It was her song, not his sword, that restored the world. That feels like a Lunar reference. Because, like, that's the plot of Lunar 1, basically. So that feels like a Lunar reference. Which, I mean, we know that there are Lunar references. You know, freaking Quark and Ruben and Ruby. And the goddess Luna that we built the statue for. It just feels like a Lunar reference. Because, again, that's just straight up the plot of Lunar 1. Freaking Silver Star Story. Or, you know, Silver Star whatever. Insert the version of Silver Star that you played here. Because what it is there's Lunar the Silver Star. There's Lunar Silver Star Story. There's also Lunar Silver Star Story Complete, which is technically the same thing as Lunar Silver Star Story, because Lunar Silver Star Story is the remaster that recently came out, whereas Lunar Silver Star Story Complete was the remake to Lunar the Silver Star when it was transferred, when they took it from, was it Sega CD? I want to say it was Sega CD. And they put it on to Sega Saturn. They did some updates to the story. And added, like, the anime cutscenes. And Luna's Boat Song, known as Nocturne of the Wind. If you played the Silver Star Harmony version. If you played Silver Star Story Complete on the PS1 or Sega Saturn, because it was on both, then it was called Luna's Boat Song. Or, well, not fully true. I think it was called Nocturne of the Wind on the Sega the Sega Saturn. Because the Sega Saturn version never got released in English. The Sega Saturn version was only Japanese. But the English version that was put on the PS1, they changed the name of the song to Luna's Boat Song. Hey, nobody ever actually said Working Designs was a good company. They didn't make the game. They were the ones that localized it into English. The Working Designs company. They localized it into English. And while the voices are what a lot of people grew up on, and therefore a lot of people consider them iconic, a lot of them were terrible. And it's not entirely the voice actor's fault on that. Some of it is, maybe, but like, some of it was Working Designs picked terrible people for some of the roles. Some of it was that some of the voice actors really hammed it up, even though they were like serious scenes. Some of it, you know, and there's of course a debate there, you know, how much of that is the voice actors hamming it up, and how much of it is the voice direction was to ham it up, you know? And if it was the voice direction to ham it up, then you can't really blame the voice actor, right? But like, then there was a lot of just complete and total, like, reworks that Working Designs did. For example, in the Silver Star Complete, SSSC, which I'm not sure that that's any easier to say, to be honest. In Silver Star Complete, Working Designs decided that Alex needed to carry his ocarina at all times, which meant that you couldn't remove Alex's ocarina from his inventory, which becomes a problem later in the game when you really need, like, potions and, you know, other healing items. But your inventory is one of 6 slots in your inventory is blocked by an ocarina that you can't remove. So there were a lot of really dumb choices in the Working Designs version. I will say that if I was going to recommend a version of the game, and the only options were Lunar Silver Star Story Complete or the Lunar Silver Star Story Remaster that came out on PC, I would recommend the remaster. The voice acting is better. You know, and people who grew up with the original will flat out tell you that is not true. But that's just because they like the original voicing. You know, that they grew up with the original voicing, you know, the original voicing is iconic to them, etc., etc. Suddenly there's a window here. I'm very confused by this. Like, do the windows randomize every time you, like, load up the game? Because this window was not here in the last stream. Because if this window had been here, I could have just seen the stairs. I wouldn't have been all excited about the fact that we found the stairs. You know? Oh wait, I don't have to do that. Nothing down here changed. But yeah, I forgot. I don't have to crawl through the window. Because there's the hole right here. Alright, well, there's that. Oh, I came in here earlier, but I didn't actually freaking do anything. I have just realized. Frostgleam. Also, let me go ahead and collect the honey. And some Ghostberry, and some Heartgleam, and some Mireberry. Berry, and then it's Twilapuff, and what else? Soulberry. Soulberry and Twilapuff. need the honey. 8. Is it 8 or is it 9? I don't remember. I think it's 8. It is, yeah, it's 8. Bloop. Bloop. And bloop. Oh, hey! The wand changed. The graphic, the model for the wand is different. Two days until harvest? Did I not water them last time then? Because now I'm out of milk. I'm out of blue sky milkweed. I'm actually could be out of a lot the next day too. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to get a second. Also, like, just, you know, the way that it, like, flashes, like, different colors when you put the glitched in. It's really funny. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to get a second set of, like, farms going. Because, see, if I scale down... Whoa, that's too much. If I scale down the pots, right? I wish there was a way you could, like, copy the, like, scale size, like, of another item. Oh, wait. Can't copy, but I just saw there is a current scale. Like, it tells you the scale of the object now. So I can just look at that and scale it down to the same size. Cool. I like that. That's a handy little feature that you can do that. Also, I'm wondering if I should put those and the buzz together so that I'm not, like, pouring them in here and then pouring them in there and pouring, you know, like. But then I'm worried that I would, like, put one in one and then go to put it in the next, but put it in the wrong. That probably made no sense. It's fine. Like, that probably made absolutely no sense just now, but it's fine. We're good. I do have a couple of Terrarium verticolis. If I bought a couple more, and also some seeds, I will need some seeds. Like, I do like the farming plots, and it is really easy to just see what you have. But you know, I'm curious to kind of see how these work, you know? Like, I think I have used them before. But I think they're freaking massive. That's why I switched to the farming plots. Those things are freaking massive, dude. I mean, I could scale them down. You know, obviously. Also, can I just say I love the ability to scale objects down. Or up. Like, I also like that you can scale them up. You know? Milkweed. Boop. 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 Why? Whoopsies. Crucible. I hope I didn't lose the ore. I'm hoping that the ore just went back into the inventory properly, and that I didn't just lose those ores. But also I don't know which ores are in here. Got a green, a black, and like a white. So I mean, I probably did them backwards, right? So like Star Pebble. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're good. Sangrelith, Pebble Bright, Manasite, Amber Root. Because, you know, I would have dumped them from front to back, right? And then because freaking when you get to Silverite and Umbracite, like the Umbracite spawns in the spot of Silverite and throws it into the air, thus pushing it as number 1. So okay, so my wand also is the upgraded version, it appears. That was shocking, to say the least. Shard, 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 shard. Freaking stay on there. I have definitely taken longer on today's, like, on this first day. Like, we're at an hour and 12 in, and we're still on day 1. So, whoops. It is what it is. Don't worry, I can like speed run the next day. But in fairness, like as we progress further into the game and we get into like needing to produce more things, we're probably just that's probably just going to be a thing. You know, the days will just take longer and longer. It would be nice if maybe there was a way to, you know, have a helper that will like do all of this for you. Also, I needed to water them all. See, I don't like that. It's not as clear that I have watered these. You know, the farm plots, you have the little like cloud hovering over top. Yeah, see, like I just put these down and they're 2 days. So I must not have watered them the previous day without even realizing. Oh well, it happens. Okay, let's start the day. While I'm waiting on the customers, I want to just take a quick look at something. Oh, okay. 0 comments. It's fine. Ah! I forgot to turn my wisp back on. It's fine. I fixed it before it was a problem. Hey, you're new. I haven't seen this customer before. And she barely bought anything. $9.74. We should make pretty good money today, considering that we've got, you know, all of the boosts here. We've got Azerthal, we've got Patch, and we've got Umbral. Also, Azerthal and Patch are both 1088, so they are both 25% of like the original price. So they do make 50% altogether. And then Umbral then adds an additional 10% on top of that. So we're getting 60%. Like every item we sell, we're getting 60% extra of the sale price. So that's nice. Like here, it was $15.50. But then we got $388, $388, $155. And then, of course, we're getting Teddy's Care, which is $7.75, giving it from $15.50 to $32.56. I don't know what percentage Teddy's Care is. I don't think it's like listed as a percentage. Yeah, it's just love. Love 1 million. But what that amounts to percentage-wise, I have no clue. 16.7. But like altogether, we're almost making double the price of like every item. So like 79.20, and then we got 166. Oh my gosh, I cannot freaking. I don't know what I was like. I was trying to say 16.6 for some reason. Freaking 166. Like freaking A, dude. 1686. Like my brain just would not read that number for some reason. Go. $26, 19, 20. Oh, no, I didn't need. Oh well, that's fine. These are more or less fine. Yeah, okay. Those are all good. Oh, current stock is 2. Let me buy a couple of those up. Let me buy a couple more of those. 3? Okay. Yeah, our stock is good at the moment. Hello, goat. Goat friend. I certainly have less to do. I wonder if now that I have 4 registers, like, I wonder if I could just not open my own register. Because, like, I'm noticing that I'm not getting a lot on my side here. Like, I'm really not getting a lot of customers. I'm getting some, but I'm not getting a lot myself. So I wonder if I could just, like, close my register and just let them do all the work. Because I think I only get a customer at my register when all of their registers have customers. And even then, like, you know, these registers can hold up to like 4 people in line. So, like, I don't think I'm in any danger of, like, you know, you don't have enough, you know, registers or whatever. If I, you know, just didn't even have mine open. You're buying a sword? Okay. I'm just slightly confused because that was very clearly, you know, a mage. Like, down to the robes and staff and everything. And she was just like, I'm buying a sword. I mean, maybe she's buying a sword for a friend. You know, she came in here and was like, hey, he could use a new sword. You know? Hey, I have a friend that could use a new sword. So why don't I buy a sword for him? I mean, it was one of the Azure Fangs, too. But yeah, I mean, 17K in monies. Like, I think we did pretty good. Oh my gosh, I'm selling these for $2? When the market price is freaking way higher. No wonder people were buying 1,000 eggs every time they came in here. I mean, that's kind of nice, though, you know? Sitting at 17K. We might be able to buy an extension in, like, 2 more days? I want to check my Wartle scales. I have 61 left in storage. I bought, like, I only own the ones that I grabbed today. But already, freaking, I just have too many of them. Like, I couldn't even sell enough of those. Clearly. So, like, what the frick? That said, now that I know I can see what they're scaled to, I kind of want to scale down my Memoria extractors. Is that straight, or are they each just slightly higher than the last? I think they're each just slightly higher than the last. It's like it snaps on like a left to right grid, but not like up and down. Like you can see I can just freely move up and down. Which isn't a problem necessarily. It's just, you know, I'm trying to snap it to grid, but like I'm trying to like line them up, but then it's like, oh, I can go up and down freely. You know, move your body, baby, or whatever it is. It's a Vinesauce. Well, it's a quote from like a movie that like Vinesauce likes to make. He likes to reference. That said, I don't remember these like gigantic mountains being way out there before. Maybe they were. It's very possible. Spring, day 9, 53 days total. And so we got double our product yesterday. Like anything that we crafted yesterday, we got double of. So that's nice. I think I'm just gonna do a quick speed run around this area. Instead of, you know, going all the way out and harvesting everything. Although, now that we have those wardles, at least a couple of times I need to go out there and take some more scales from them. Yeah, I think if I just kind of like run along this path here. Then it should be fine. But I do need to come out here to where Umbral is, since we can get his 10% boost every time. And since it's raining, we should be able to get the elemental too. So, wouldn't hurt to get those. I really don't know why I'm bothering to collect ore. I have 16,000. Oh, there he is. Whoa! Yo, that's a whole new animation for him. That's awesome. I didn't see that last time. Like, I saw that he did get an update. He's like twice the size now. But I didn't see that he had like an intro animation now. That's really cool. Before he just popped out of the water. But that's really cool that he pops out and like roars. Why am I bothering with the ores? I have 19,000 silverite. I could probably never mine a single freaking ore again. I remember when the world's heart began to bleed. A great star called Ilarion had veins of spirit fire running through it. Our kingdom drank too deeply, cutting into the star's soul. It screamed, and from its wound came a being born of sorrow and sky. Serathos, wrapped in silver flame. But a group of unlikely wanderers rose, not heroes, just people with scars, and reminded the star how to sing. That's a really cool story, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's a really cool story. If that's a reference, I want to play that game. Because that's really cool. I also freaking have 20,000 freaking azure berries. $60,000 stone. Nearly 60,000 stone. I'm just gonna make my way back to the bridge by going around this way. That said, I would like to know if the ores here are like his own trademark. Because I like the ores. I like the looks and the names of the ores. And I've been really struggling with like figuring out like ores to put into the game that I'm making. And like, you know, Manasite, Silverite, you know, like these are cool names and cool looking ores. Like I would like if I could use them, you know, just because it would make things a lot easier on me. Yes, I do admit, you know, it makes things easier on me. You know, like I do in fact want to use their idea because it's easier than freaking trying to figure it out myself. You know, I won't deny that there is a degree of that, you know. 20K for that last expansion. That said, if I do get it, I'm gonna need to get... Is it the lighter pink? I feel like it's the lighter pink. Let's find out. Yes, it is. Looking better. And don't mind if I just buy a couple more of those. Oh, they actually don't go into the bag of endless storage. Interesting. Like when you buy them. Like even if you have the 2 bag of endless storage on, they don't go into it. They're like an empty crate in that regard. So that's interesting. Boop. But now I have a paint for when I get rid of those walls. Whee! And so now we go boop. Now they're all 1 day away. Whoop, hang on. Apparently those ones just straight up didn't get touched at all. Doop doop a doop. Doop a doop. Doop doop and boing. Hence why the green was on the end. Hence why the green is on the end. So we have a bonus 25% profits today, which is cool. I have no cheese. Like all the milkweed is growing. I don't actually have like cheese. Cause like I could put some of these out, but I'm gonna like use up some of my stock here. I mean I've got 400 of most of my cheeses, so I think I'm alright to go a freaking day without cheese. Oh my gosh. And here I thought I needed to freaking boost my cheese production. As it turns out, that was not even the slightest bit of a concern. The soul berries and the Twilapuff. I was like, where did I put the freaking brew already? Here. Let's grab some honey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boing! So you can do 7 before it goes boing, basically. It seems like. Now those are just plain honeys. So then I can throw the Meyerberry in. And I can throw these in. And I can throw these in. Fruitworks, level 17. And like, there's no real reason I couldn't expand production even beyond this. You know? It's just these 8 work, you know? But like, I could expand the production beyond even just these 8 if I really wanted to. I don't know that I feel like I need to. That's the main thing, really. Shard, shard, shard. Shard, shard, and shard. Shard, adamantium, and shard. Don't worry, I did not shard myself. But I will shard all of these. Still remember when Aaron accidentally sharded himself playing, actually I don't remember what the game was. I don't remember what the name of the game was. It was a like defender, you know, like scrolling, like space shooter type game. You have no idea how many games I've actually tried to make myself. Like, I have tried all of those. I've even, like, I've actually tried all of those. Cause like, you know, growing up, my childhood, like, I freaking played a lot of those kinds of games too. You know? In fact, I would say that I played more shooter or space sim games as a kid than fantasy. Like, you wouldn't guess it from the fact that I am so, like, engrossed in, like, fantasy now. You know? But I used to actually play more, like, space shooter type games in the past. Let's close my register down, see how things go. You know? See what happens if I serve as just, you know, the manager watching our stock, you know? I buy some of that. I buy some of this. I really did speedrun today, didn't I? Did I go... You know what? I didn't collect any Wardle scales. Now, here's an interesting... I've never left the shop before. Like, while it was, you know, operating. This feels weird. I should not be doing this. Huh, the music changes when you get out here. Wonder if it'll return to the regular music or if it'll go to the shop music when I go back. $160 Wordle scales. But like, I could see this working though. You know, instead of going out and harvesting everything, then coming back and then running the shop. Like, hey, shop music. Like, maybe I could just like run the shop. You know? Like, and, you know, go out and harvest and stuff while the shop is running. I mean, I obviously, you know, want to kind of keep track to some degree of my stock. But, like, think about if I just, like, pre-stocked a bunch of stuff instead of, like, buying it here, like, as it's, you know, running out. Then I could just like go out and harvest some stuff while my workers work, you know? I mean, they're definitely managing just fine without me. I get to walk around and look at our customers, you know? Go through the portal. Oh, I did it. I performed the glitch. Wah! The Star Shard. It appeared already. That's real interesting. Also, I like that even after you mine it, it's still glowing. There's probably an object that spawns and it doesn't like completely remove. I mean, the shop's going pretty much entirely on its own, you know? Maybe this isn't such a bad idea to kind of just let them handle things while I do other stuff. I mean, I'm having to kind of double check some of the numbers and purchase some like additional stock here and there, but Like, it's running pretty well all on its own now. Now that I've got so many cashiers and stockers and obviously, you know, I do want to go out and collect any, you know, enhancements first. Hey, we hit 20,000 too. So I think I might wait one day. I might do one day more of like shop. Just so that, like, you know, I don't like start the next day and then I buy that and then I'm like, oh, now I need all these other things, you know. And then I just don't have the money for it. So, oh, I need more of that. Although maybe it just wasn't stocked. I guess I didn't check to, you know, see if it was, if I actually needed it or if it was just stocked, you know? %50 more profit from sales, 50% shop experience. Huh. Neat. It actually tells you right there. I assume this is what what I'm currently at. Like, if I were to start a new file and I had, like, no Teddy Scare, it would probably say, like, 0%. But because I have Teddy Scare maxed out, it's at, you know, 50%. That's cool, though. Whoop. Do I need more of the Azure Fang? Let's see. Azure Fang. I have current stock 10. I don't know how many I can have out. I think that's my problem. Like, Ashwood Bow. I received 4, but I think I have space for 8. So, like, this is all I have. You know? So... cool. Alright, well, everything's stocked. I do have 20K. I have nothing else that needs stocking. Day 10 of spring, which if I am thinking correctly, means that we have 2 days left of spring. Day 10 and day 12. I think it's cloudy. I don't think it's raining today. Well, that put me at 22 after paying off all bills. I did it. I shouldn't have until I was 100% sure, but I did it. Well, I mean, there you go. From wall to wall is now open. Now that just leaves that section of the store. Do you think the customers get annoyed when they come in and I've moved like the entire store around? I mean, now I have more space for more things. Well, I mean, there's a weapons section, you know? And then I've got this stuff, and I've got that stuff, and freaking I've got this stuff, and that stuff, and... Wow. Hey! It's Rock Dude! I haven't seen, what's his name, though? The big, like, the big dude. I forgot to grab my boulder. Whee! So much faster. When you get used to going slow, it feels really fast. For a moment. Because it's like, whoa! I think this guy gives, like, extra mining. Did you get bigger? Starshard is found where wishes fell and stayed. It hums with what might be, but not what was. Hold it close and speak nothing. Profits and mining amount. Cool. Did I activate the thing already? I did. Well, that's unfortunate. I could have gotten +3 mining bonus to all of my those things, whatever they're called. I'm not sure why I'm bothering to harvest the apples. I'm not using them. I could move that harvester. Could move this harvester to a different spot. One that actually gets me, like, resources that I want. Like, if I were to put it here, for example, you know, that would get me, like, all of these, the crystals here. If I put it here, then it's gonna also get all the rocks. But, or at least on that side. But it'll also get all those crystals. I don't know why I said crystals in such a weird way. Yeah, I'm not even using the freaking orchard. Like, I haven't been doing anything with the apples. Apples. Now if I activate it again, that'll give me a bunch of stuff. Stone, silverite, and honeyglow. Cool. Let's go see what it actually managed to harvest. Does look like it got all of the honeyglow, so that's cool. There's still quite a bit of stone that it left behind. Oh yeah, I kind of barely even hit any of the stone. It's fine. That said, I think those are 2,500. And I literally don't have that much right now. See, this is why I should have waited. Because now I'm thinking like, you know, I could put one of those elsewhere and get more stuff. Hey, Ruben. Holy crap, dude. I haven't seen you in forever. My man. My boy, Ruben. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Push me into the air, push me into the air. Hello, Ruben. He just looks so awesome. Ruby S, excuse me. So you're the one tending this place now. Good. Ursa deserves someone who pays attention to it. Lands like this are not common, and fewer still are kept with care. My name is Rubius. I am of the noble flight. What lesser creatures tend to call dragonkind, though most of them only know the stories. We do not spend our time sleeping on hordes, despite what the bards insist. Some of us travel. We seek out the far edges of the world, the places most others are too frightened or too foolish to reach. There are ruins that breathe poison, mountains that bite the sky, Cities swallowed by shadows that remember war. I go there, not to conquer them, but to show them what magnificence is. The locals usually appreciate the attention. A dragon's presence tends to solve problems rather efficiently. But eventually, even I return here. Ursa has a way of settling the mind. The air is quieter. The land listens instead of arguing. And my brother Quark tends to wander through these parts. Not that I come looking for him, of course. He's usually late, slow, and far too fond of tea. I return to Ursa to reflect on my journeys, to sharpen my thoughts before the next one begins. If Quark happens to be here while I'm here, well, that would merely be coincidence. And shopkeeper, you've done well to care for this place. A blessing from one of the noble flights is not given lightly. If I choose to leave one with you, know that I saw something in you worth honoring. Yo, I love the new dialogue. I love all of that. That was so cool. Like, I love his new dialogue. Like, I'm pretty sure all of that was new. So, that was cool. I love it. Unfortunately, he gave me +3 to mining. Which means that if I had known, I could have gotten +6 to mining. Could have had +6 to mining before activating the freaking harvesters. I could have gotten +6 per rock. So, well, no, it's per harvest. It's not even per rock. So, like, if a rock takes, like, 10 dings, that's +60. So, yeesh. Yeah, see, like, I'm getting +99 stone out of a single rock. And you gotta remember, only half of the rock gives you stone. The other half gives you ore. So, yeah. Freaking +6 per harvest. I mean, I might as well take advantage of it. Not that I need to, but I might as well. Especially with collecting some, like, some of the, like, deeper ores. Like the out of Boundium. Like, now would be a good chance to go to the castle and get a bunch. Because the castle has 2 large out of Boundium deposits. And I'm getting +6 per, you know, harvest. So, like, that's a lot of extra out of boundium, basically. Oh. I made it! Not that I needed to, I could have just flown. Because, you know, that is a thing now. Whoop. F button, not T. I don't know why I keep thinking it's T. $110 out of boundium. From a single freaking vein, man. Oh, that's right. There's 3 over here, aren't there? Because there's the one up here, but then there's one down there. There's 3 big deposits. I mean, there's also several other smaller deposits as well. But I don't know that I need to worry about, like, going on the hunt for those tiny little deposits. I should do something with the Royal Peaches, though. Like, I am collecting them. You know? And I mean, I don't know that I've made a jelly or a buzz with them. I don't know if they get, like, a cool little, you know, Royal Peach graphic or something that's unique to them. Hey! There's stairs on this side now. Okay. The stairs get a little, steep there. And also, it doesn't open up to anything. Well, I guess if you jump off that one, it does. It opens up here. But yeah, they get a little steep. Oh. I've already collected all those. Okay. I thought I hadn't. The stairs are a little off. They're like either off center or they like get big here. I'm not sure which is happening, but those stairs are not natural. That said, the ballistas that used to be here are not here anymore. There used to be 2 ballistas. One here and one on the same spot over there. Eh? Huh? I like got stuck for a moment. That was weird. It's like right here. There's like a divot right there that if you fall in, you just can't move. That's so weird. Boing! Is the milkweed ready today? I think so, right? Should be able to harvest the milkweed today. Yeah. Cool. I don't like these. I don't like them. Box and store, just store. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I had some things to do there for a second. I'm hoping that the roughly week or so of videos here that I have is enough. At least, you know, for now. Because this is probably going to be my last chance to do the majority of the recording that I've been doing. Because things are going to get busy. That's not what I meant to grab, but it's fine. We'll just do that first then. Dark Luna, Dragon's Blood, Elder, Glitch, Honey, Star Shard. Lactomancy. Somebody make a Lactomancy subclass in D&D 5th edition. Blue Sky, Dark Luna, Dragon's Blood, Honeyglow, Out of Bound, Star Shard. Boop. 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 What is that called again? I don't remember. It's called the Jamwin Pot. That's what it's called. Azureberry, Bloodberry, Frostgleam, Ghostberry, Heartgleam, Mire, Soulberry, and Twilapuff. Another friend just started messaging me. So now I'm back to, like, trying to pay attention to both things. Okay. I went ahead and did everything to make it easier. I almost forgot to water those again. But yeah, I went, you know, I have somebody, you know, chatting to me. So I was just going in and doing everything while I was conversing with them. So I just figured, like, oh, I'll just go ahead and, take care of all of that, all of the stuff there while I'm, there. Trying to recall, because I got myself a little distracted while, working on all that. Is it a new day? No, it's not. Okay, yes, I've already done all of that. Okay. I don't know that I went and got the wardles, though. So let's go get some wardle. And if I think about it, maybe I will even pick up some mocha scales while I'm there, because they're over there. And I mean, technically I'm going the wrong way, because they're over here. On the island, not across the bridge. I should come across the bridge. I'm sure that there will come a point where I will have just about everything, harvestable, like I'll have everything just automatic. Click the button and boom, I get everything. It'll be a little while, especially, since we just bought that extra piece to the shop there. But I am debating maybe, getting the wardle and the mochas, auto harvestable. Because I have the other scales auto harvested, right? So then I wouldn't have to come over here to collect those. Not that I think I'm going to need them in large quantities. I mean, the sole purpose of those is to sell them right now. It's not like there's much to use them for otherwise. Have I talked to Olmbrow? I do not know for sure. Let's see. Do I have a green? Have Obril's shine and Rubius's approval. So I've not talked to Olmbrow yet today. So we'll make our way over that way. That's kind of the other thing, though, like, if I do make it so that, like, I can just auto-harvest everything, like, I'm gonna be going to freaking Olmbrow every day. Like, I'm gonna be making the trip over there, like, every day, just for the sake of talking to him. No elemental, because it's not actually raining, it's just cloudy. And, like, I don't know, if I was gonna, like, automate everything, then I'd wanna automate these guys too. I really don't. Like, I really could just stop mining. But then I just see the rock and I'm like, I gotta mine. You know? Freaking... You play... It's like I play Minecraft and it's like, yeah, I could just walk by the coal or the iron, but instead I mine it. There was once a knight named Arden, black-clad and feared for his fire. He was sent to the flooded temple where light had drowned. He fought monsters, but none bled. He faced trials, but none screamed. Only at the end, when he cast away his sword and stood unarmed before the waters, did the flame within him change from rage to warmth. We've definitely heard that one like 4 or 5 times. Like, that is definitely not a new one. But yeah, I mean, like, I've got, what, 60,000 stone? Like, if I just sat there and fed that to my Orling, like, I could just convert all of that into, like, ores and other, you know, and the ores and crystals, and it would be insane. Like, it would take forever. But, like, I could do that. And, like, that's the thing. Like, I'm getting enough stone that I legitimately could just get all of my mining resources entirely from my Orling. Oh, I've already been over here. Got it. Cool. But not entirely, apparently. But I did put the spire over there, so I don't need to go over there. Whee! I'm almost at 70,000. Whoa, lag. It's because I've just got so many crates here. And so it's like, it's trying to render the crates, but then each crate, it has to render all the stone. I've got so many crates. You know? Ah! I freaking just destroyed an entire crate of stone. Hey, I'm actually low on Dark Lunacite ore. Or Dark Lunacite shards. I'm not even at 1,000 of those. The regular Lunacite, I'm just over 1,000. But the Dark Lunacite, I haven't even hit 1,000. Look at that. 988. 989, 990. 991. Wow, I got one Dark Lunacite out of that. I have reduced the lag though. Could I just like drop the crates? You know? Like, could we just set it up so that like you can just drop the crates near the Orling and he'll just like auto consume the stone? Like, look at how many crates I pulled out. I mean, I pulled out 10,000 stone, so... And with how big the Orling is, he slurps these up super fast. I don't even know how he's like eating these. Because like, I'm just pointing at his leg. You know? Like, I'm not even pointing at him. I'm pointing at his leg. And he just slurps it up. The Orling was a mistake. I mean, the Orling was an answer to the problem, which was you got freaking like 3 times the stone than of what you got ore-wise, you know? And so it was like, well, give the stone, and then, you know, you get freaking ore back from it and whatnot. And it's like, cool. I think I gave him all of the crates. I don't see any more crates. So... cool. Alright. Let's go ahead and start the day. So what? 30, 40? 40% profits today? Not counting, you know, again, our supposed 50% profit from Teddy Care. So, if that is in fact correct, then we are getting so much profit. What is that, 90%? Not 100, but it's close. He just like walked over to the crystal and like took it. He like took a piece or something. That was weird. How are we doing on stock? Could definitely use some Potion of Endurance. Oh! Plus 25% from the Mages Guild. Alright. Thanks, I guess. I wish you'd dumped that before everybody else got here. So that I could have gotten that bonus on other items. But, oh well. And my shop really does run like a well-oiled machine, though. Especially now that I can just buy things and it goes straight to the bag. See, what we need is a shortcut for the Book of Summoning. Then I could, like, be out fishing and then be like, well, let me check the store stock. Bop. Book of Summoning. You know? That might be a little too overpowered, I will admit. Mage's Enchantment, 25% profits. Book of almost everything. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. Whoop. Voice mod. Voice mod thought that I was having feedback. I was not. Bum 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 bum. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of boring not being at the cash register. You know, like just letting them do everything. It is a little boring. I might have to reopen my cash register next time. Because I really do just be sitting here like, I have nothing to do now. Begging has leveled up. I like that they're doing the bagging, but I'm getting the experience. Oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Makes sense. I'll probably end here after this day is over. Will we hit level 25 before the day is up? 2070, 2078, 2085, 2093. Yeah, level 25. Hooray! I don't know if that gives me anything, but yeah, that's level 27. Ba 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 da da ba 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 da 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 da. So I just got new produce displays. Oh, triple produce display, triple tall. What? That's 9 produce. That's 9 produce. I don't even think I have 9 produce. I mean, it's also because I don't like buy any produce. Like, I could buy 9 produce if I wanted to. But, like, I don't know that I even have 9 produce that I, like, am naturally producing. Like, I guess I could sell berries. Or, like, the apples. I don't know, like, I just haven't found, like, the produce to be worth selling. Like, I sell the eggs, but like people don't really buy them. I don't know, man. Like, I guess if I sat down and, like, set down, like, a secondary farm, maybe? Like, maybe if I sat down a secondary farm, I could, like, make, you know, some of the, I could, like, make some of the produce. Also, I like that the Orling is just a cube. Like, everything else is a picture of the thing. But the Orling is just a cube. It's not even a picture of the Orling. It's just a cube. Yeah, like, I guess I could, like, you know, set up a secondary farm for, like, earth buds or sundew bulbs or emerald leaf for carrots or... But, like, I don't know. Again, the problem just... The problem to me is that produce just really doesn't feel worth selling. You know? Like, nothing against the idea of having the produce. It just hasn't been worth it to sell it. That's all. Harvest Banner, Journey, Weaponsmith Banner, Novice, Alchemist, Novice, Harvest Banner, Master. Got Ottomans, bench Ottomans. Like, if I put down some of these, like, benches, would people, like, sit? Like, I don't know. Like, what exactly is the point of the chairs? And, like, are people gonna actually, like, take a seat and just, like, relax? Like, I legitimately don't know. And, like, there is a degree of, like, you know, you're not supposed to be, like, trying to min-max, right? Like, some of the game is to just, like, do what you want. Which is fine, and it's great, like, you know, I do get that. And I have no problems with that. It's just that, you know, like, what I want is to you know, to sell stuff that makes money, so that I can progress the store and make it bigger. And so, like, selling just a bunch of stuff that makes, you know, a couple of cents at best is just like, I mean, what's the point, you know? These guys might be a little bit annoying. Just because they spread out a bit. They seem to stay... The spire seems to be pretty big. You know, it did seem as though it was catching all of them in it. So that's good. But that now gets me all of my scales. So now I don't have to worry about, you know, forgetting to go collect the scales. At least until they add some other creature that drops scales. You know, like they just did with the Wardle. And then I'll be like, oh no, now I have to go buy another Harvest Spire to get more scales. I do wonder, like, how much... Really? I'm only in the couple hundreds on each, like, thing? Huh. Like, I'm only at 386 on Amber Root. And, like, 393 on Pebble Bright. So I'm either selling these a lot... or I'm just not, like, making a lot. I don't know. Because I was thinking, like, you know, am I, like, making, like, way more than I need? Am I sitting at, like, 1,000, you know, of the freaking things? But no, I'm not. Surprisingly, I actually do not appear to be producing, like, vast amounts. Oh, these guys are tiny little things. The Prism Tide Rush. The Wild Root Drakefin, though. Look at that guy. He's cool looking. Boy, I sure hope they can breathe. If I remember my D&D lore, creatures aren't supposed to be able to breathe in the bag of holding. Then again, this is not a bag of holding. It's a bag of endless supply or whatever, storage. So it's not necessarily a bag of holding. What do you think they do when they buy the fish? Like, when they come in here to buy, like, the fish, what do you think they're doing with the fish that they buy? I should start just, like, buying these little things. Like, there, I just bought the rugs, you know? I just bought the snug rugs. Ooh. Actually, a lot of rugs. Ah! Rug. Whoa, that's big. That's way bigger than I expected it to be. Holy frick ball. See, the problem that I have, okay, is I'm not a decorative person. I'm not a decorative person. Like, I really just don't really care about, like, the little decoratives, you know? A metal chandelier. Whoa. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, yeah. I can dig it. I can dig that. Ooh. It's like in the middle of that. Ah! I was not looking at the right spot. I'll be looking at the actual freaking center. Also, I think they're brighter than the wooden ones. Nice. Need 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Assuming that they're not, you know, bouncing off. But I legitimately do think that there is some kind of, like, invisible wall that prevents things from, like, falling outward. That, like, only works on, like, the summoned items. Ah! I missed it. Miss it. Oh, also, I didn't have a chandelier over there at all. Because I didn't even think about that. This one. I didn't think to put a chandelier in the new spot. Yeah, now my store is really nicely lit up. Because I've got all the metal chandeliers now. And then we can come to this structure. Now we can put a chandelier there. And a chandelier there. And one there. And one there. And now my workshop is lit up. Because let me tell you, these freaking candles in the corners, they don't do jack squat for lighting anything up. Like, they really don't. They don't light up nothing. Like, these were such a waste to even collect. Box store. Hi there, kitty cat. Now that I've done that, I want to move these around. Because, like, the only reason they weren't directly in the corner was because I had the candelabra there. But no, I don't. No, I don't. So I can put them elsewhere now. And yeah, that lights things up pretty well in here. Coolies. Very cool, very cool. Tabletop candle holder. Fancy wall-mounted candle. Once again, more rugs. No red rug. So that's unfortunate. And now I just need a purple one. Why? I don't know. I just decided to do it. Stick little lights in there, like under shelves. Like I said, why? Don't know. That's just what I decided that I was gonna do, is just put a light under each of those. It's not like, you know, they're already bright enough as it is for the cauldrons, where you stare into it and you feel like your eyes are burning. Whoops. This cauldron was not the right way around. I don't know, do people want to have a place to sit? Like, will they actually sit in the bench, or is it just there? I also really have no idea why I would want, like, benches and stuff. You know? I can't sit in it. That's for sure. To 24,500 for the next step. Some of these are very expensive, like 3,250 for the furniture set, 3,000 for the produce display. Like, if I bought one every day, I could, like, get them all without too much trouble. But I wouldn't be able to get, like, multiple in one go. Also, interestingly, you can't close the doors. Nighttime events? None. Admittedly, we did just have one the previous night, so that's not too surprising. Alright, well, I think this is where I'm going to leave things off at. Next time, I think the final day of spring, if I remember correctly. I believe each season was 11 days. So, final day of spring. No guests. At least none that I saw. I didn't see any, you know, entrances. Admittedly, I didn't see Rubius enter last time. So, like, there is the possibility that there is a dragon over here and I just didn't see it. Nope. There's no giant squid on top of the mountain. But I wonder if he's still over on that mountain, because this mountain is taller. And I don't remember the mountain. I don't remember that mountain. But it probably doesn't. Like, it's probably not. Like, this was probably here before. And it's just that, you know, because that mountain, or is it that mountain? Either way, one of those is really far away. So, unless he moved himself over to here. Because again, I don't remember these mountains either in the background. Oh, bear family. 2 bears. I don't know. In either case, I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. You can check the playlist for a... I have no idea what I was trying to say there. My brain went complete blank. You can check the playlist so that you can catch any of the other streams. That's the words I was looking for. I think I was trying to say you can check the playlist for a link to the playlist. Like, I was going to say, like, you can check the description for a link to the playlist. But, you know, I don't do that now that we have the end cards. So it's like, I don't know, like, I haven't said that in, like, ever. But that, I think, is what I want to say, so. But yeah, you can check the playlist so you can get caught up on any episodes you might have missed, or streams, or whatever the frick you want to call them. You can come on out to twitch.tv/SereneInc if you want to watch me stream stuff live. Hopefully after the move, and then I actually can be live, unlike these pre-records that I'm doing. That's about it, so. I have to ask, is their story as sad as the bears in Rakuen? I mean, you know, there's 2 dead bears, clearly. And they're clearly, like, young bears. So, like, is the bear family story as sad as the bears in Rakuen? 'Cause, frick me. The bears in Rakuen was so sad, and I cry every time. See you later.